What's up, patio tanks? It's rainy season. Look at the clouds. It's gonna be rainy in a bit too. But I just want to make a quick video about how to deal with the rain if you guys are having tanks outside. I know I've done this in the past, but I've encountered a lot of different problems or issues that you guys might want to hear if you guys are doing tanks outside. My take on it is that you have as much cover as there is. You know, like right here from the top down here, there's about a quarter of it, maybe more than half, is getting touched by rain. But besides that, I have all my electronics, plugs, and everything being taken care of. So even though if there is water touching partial of the tanks, the electronics are still good. Everything is still functioning. Just making sure that everything of the electronics is not, or anything electrical is not being touched or met by water, if it's not waterproof. Another thing of keeping your fish outside is making sure all your tanks are warmed. You have an extensive amount of watt in each tank. So that's 300, 300, 300, 300. It's 200 in here, 200 in here, and 200 in there. You want to make sure this is not a tank that needs to be very warm, like Flowerhorn. This is a planted tank for my guppies. So they don't need to be that warm, but they do have to stay between 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So anything between that is doable for them, so they could survive and not die of cold. Besides that, everything needs to be pretty warm, 86 and higher, because if there's too much temperature fluctuation, your Flowerhorns could stress, or it may not even function properly. They may not look vibrant. They'll look pale. They'll look ugly, coke drop, and they'll have all kinds of sickness. Yeah, those are the problems that a lot of people encounter during this time, cold season. Keeping fish in the states here outdoors, especially in Sacramento like this, is kind of like keeping fish outdoor for overseas. You know, during the summer, spring, maybe fall, it might be okay, but during the winter, late fall, early spring, when it's rainy seasons, you will encounter fish having coke drop, internal issues, a lot of colder water, faster temperature fluctuation. Your fish will have a lot more issues. As far as the goldfish, they are okay with cold temperatures, very, very cold temperatures. I've tried shutting off the heater for 2 nights, and they're doing fine. They're fantastic. They're just not that active. They are pretty, just like regular goldfish or koi's, where they could withstand the cold. They're just the same, different type, different species, same family, so they're fine. These are overseas I wouldn't say hybrid, but then a different kind of goldfish, fancy goldfish, that they will probably do better in warmer temperature. So if you do plan to keep these kind of fancy goldfish outside, test your luck. I mean, my uncle, who does a lot of goldfish breeding, he's had bad luck with the Arandas. Oh, the Ranchus. These Arandas right here. They've passed away. The ones that I've gave him, because it's probably a little too cold for them. But these right here, they're fine. Fancy tails, Ranchus. So they do a lot better job in the cold compared to these guys right here. I don't know why, but they're amongst the same, almost the same species. The difference is one has top dorsal fin and the other one doesn't. and their face is a little puffier. But besides that, they do fantastic in cold water as well. The water does get as cold as like 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe even colder, because it does get pretty freezing cold. Yep. And just make sure that you guys have a lot of medicine on board: Metalfix, salt, Pimifix, Zendrix, all kinds of medicine, so you guys won't run into any obstacles during this cold season. I want to talk about my Planet Tank just really quick. I'm gonna try to have a big colony of 24K guppies, 24K gold guppies. So let's see how it turns out during the spring. It does stay pretty warm throughout overnight, and during the day too, when it does get around 40 degrees. It has reached 40 degree before, 30 at the lowest at night, and these guppies are doing fantastic. There they are, yeah, and they're breeding too. So I hope to get a big colony for me. I don't know. I like these a lot. I also do like the red dragons and mosaics as well too. And I've said that in previous videos. I do have a pond over there. I'm gonna. It's rainy and it gets filled up like crazy. So probably nothing right now in there for now. If anything, I'm just gonna toss some rose, minnow, or some feeder common goldfish. Just toss it in there just to test out how it'll be running, how oxygenated it can be, how fish could live in that. I know a lot of people done it before, but I've had bad experiences with pool pond. I just wanted the plastic to be marinated well enough so that it doesn't, if there's any chemical that's not safe for fish, to get marinated with like all the rain, all the water, plants and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and one thing is keep your lights safe, because last night, this one is a little sensitive. Beams work. The water was touching like a quarter of it only, and or this side, a quarter of this side only, and the light started to not work. It was flashing because it was water was in there, or it was very humid, because this is a heating light, a tanning light for fish. Compared to these lights, I know this one, it says to not have fish splash water on it, but as far as it's getting touched, a quarter of it is getting touched by water. It's doing fine as well too, but do monitor your light as well. If it's getting if you having to leave it like this, like me, overnight, and it's rainy, best is to not have any light being turned on, unless like these two right here where they're being protected. I leave the light on. Same with this one down here, and this one down here, because it's obviously in the tank, but they are safe from getting hit by direct water. This one was getting hit by the rain a lot, and it low-key was flashing, but as soon as it dried up this morning, I tested again and it worked fine. I think it's just it was a little wet and it needed to dry up, kind of like your phones and stuff. But yeah, that is it for patio tanks. Those are some of the key points and tips if you guys want to keep your fish outside like how I do, in a patio or anywhere outdoor. That is it for patio tanks. I'll catch you guys in the next video.